Did you know that your life is the result of all the decisions that you've made? Let's talk about opportunity cost and how having a better understanding of opportunity cost can put you in a position to make better decisions to get better results. So let's look at this particular scenario. You have a student and they have an hour of time in which they don't have anything scheduled. And what they can do is they can study or they can spend that time playing a video game or watching television. There's an opportunity cost associated with each activity. They can study, learn their material, and get an A on the test, or they can watch television or maybe play a video game, get a lot of emotional fulfillment, but then get an F on the test. That particular student has to decide what decision is going to put me in the best position to get what I want, and then what is going to be the cost of each activity. Now we know the first cost in every scenario is going to be the time. The next cost can be I don't have the ability to get the emotional fulfillment from playing the video game or watching television. However, the cost of me playing the video game and watching television can be that I can fail the test. I may have to repeat the class, which can cost me even more time. Often, many people go into a scenario and they never weigh out the cost of the decision. They may look at it financially, but they don't weigh out what the true cost is of if I don't do this, what will it cost me? If I do this, what will it cost me? And not just from a financial standpoint. And they often struggle with that because they really haven't been taught to look at things from this particular perspective. Now, when we're talking about opportunity costs, what we're talking about is what does it cost for you to choose an option? There's a cost associated with every decision that you make around a particular scenario, because normally there's going to be another alternative that you could have made. We currently live in a world to where we currently have almost endless options to do something. Therefore, we often don't think about what was the alternative and what did it cost me to make this decision as opposed to making another decision. We often only think about that once the situation is over with. Then what we do often is we blame other people for the decisions that we made. And then that behavior gets enabled so that we never learn how to make proper decisions by thinking about opportunity cost. One of the first ways in which you become better at making decisions and understanding opportunity cost is understand that your life is the result of all your decisions. And the only way to get better results is to start owning that your life is the result of all your decisions. So then therefore, if you want your life to change, you maybe want to consider the decisions that you made. But often what we do is that we allow people to come to us and tell us that, well, it's other people, not you, and the decision that you made is the reason why your life looks the way it looks. Then you want to ask yourself, why do I make the decisions that I make? Why do I make this decision? Why have I decided to make this particular decision in this particular scenario? How come I didn't make this decision? How come I don't look at all the options that are available to me and determine what is the cost of every decision in the scenario? Is it because I'm trying to make a fast decision? Is it because I don't want to do the brain work? Is it because I want somebody else to make the decision for me? Many times we don't examine why we make the decisions that we make, and we often don't want to own our own rationale behind our decision making. Then ask ourselves, what other decisions could we have made? Or what other decisions could you have made? So let's say I have the opportunity to go to work and make an extra $500, or I have the opportunity to go to the beach. What are going to be, right, the cost of those particular decisions? And is there a third decision? Can I maybe go to work for half a day instead of missing a whole day and still have the ability to go to the beach, right? Can I maybe switch shifts with somebody as opposed to missing just that day and never able to get that day back that week? Maybe I can miss this particular shift, but pick it up later down the week. We often don't ask ourselves what other decisions could we have made. Often we just see one direct way to get what we think we want, and we don't factor in the opportunity cost of that particular decision. And so what it does is it can lead to a scenario where you can never improve your decision-making ability. Next thing you want to ask yourself is that, how can that info around decisions help me make better decisions in the future? Once I understand what all my options are and what is the cost of all my options, then how can I use that information to make better decisions in the future? And so this is why we want to have a better understanding of opportunity costs. It's something that is using from the economic standpoint, but it's often something that people do on a day-to-day standpoint in their day-to-day life. They often do it unconsciously, and they often don't think about what are the decisions that I'm making, what are they costing me, and how can I put myself in a position to make better decisions based on what I want my life to look like in the future. Hope you got some value from it. David W. Williams, also known as Diamond Dave. I'll talk to you later.